Good day, I'm Carleen Brown-Thompson and this is your JIS News for Monday, February 3. Persons have already started to register for the new Government of Jamaica Health Card. The card can be used to access health services in the public sector, including pharmaceuticals. Registration forms are available at all regional health authorities in St. Andrew, St. James, St. Anne and Manchester, as well as the head office of the Ministry of Health, 2 to 4 King Street, downtown Kingston. Health cards should be ready 3 weeks after registration. Portfolio Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson said those individuals who already have a card from the National Health Fund, NHF, do not need to apply for a GOJ Health Card. The GOJ Health Card is being implemented at a cost of $85 million and will better allow patients using public hospitals to have free access to medications on the vital, essential and necessary drugs list. Government is insisting that its economic reform program will help the country's crime-fighting efforts. Andrea Chisholm tells us more.
Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips made the declaration at last Thursday's staging of the Unite for Change National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. It was held at the Jamaica Conference Center.
There is no doubt that when we succeed in transforming our economic fortunes, this will enable more young people to find gainful employment, and that in and of itself will make a tremendous contribution to strengthening the values and the habits and the behaviors that make for positive, upstanding citizens.
Well over 1,000 persons from different sectors of society participated in the Unite for Change National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. The aim of the conference was to share best practices among stakeholder groups while updating them on resources available to help in the fight against crime. For JIS News, I'm Andrea Chisholm.
The Ministry of Education is proposing to transform several secondary schools into science, technology, engineering and mathematics STEM academies. The immediate focus is on the 14 existing technical high schools, several Heart Academies and the Sydney Pagan Agricultural School. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaite says the proposed STEM academies will serve to expand the capacity and diversity of the workforce while preparing students for the jobs of the future.
A STEM academy will begin at grade 7 and offer English, mathematics, civics with values and ethics prominent as basic fare. It will then offer select disciplines in the STEM range and others based on the market.
Meanwhile, the formerly private Bellaire High School has been officially reopened as a government grant-aided public school. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaite says it's an important development in the life of the school.
An excellent private institution, crafted and forged over time to serve a particular group of persons, has now transitioned and will transition further into a full-fledged public and private partnership where the investment of the past of time, talent, and treasure becomes fused with national resources and endeavor to offer full quality secondary education.
He says the ministry is looking to increase the number of spaces at the institution to fit the growing needs of the Mandeville area. Enrollment at the school currently stands at approximately 400 students. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, is to roll out a comprehensive school safety program shortly. The agency's Acting Director General, Richard Thompson, says while the program will take into account school emergency plans, its major focus will be ensuring the safety of school buildings.
Looking at schools, looking at places of worship, every building that will have a lot of persons at any one time sitting in those buildings. We want to do an assessment of those buildings to ensure structural integrity and also ensure that they're actually safe and sound for people to be in if there should be an earthquake.
Mr. Thompson says ODPEM is also working with partners to ensure that seismic research across the island is conducted smoothly. Residents of the farming community of Cedar Valley in St. Thomas are now more climate change resilient. Tamara McHale explains.
The residents have been equipped with the information and tools to combat the effects of natural disasters on their livelihood. This is as a result of the just completed 3-year climate change adaptation and disaster risk management project. It included the distribution of 165 black tanks for rainwater harvesting, hazard mapping, and vulnerability assessment, and workshops to educate and inform citizens.
The activities that were undertaken are too numerous for me to mention, but I especially want to commend the partners on recognizing the value of rainwater harvesting and water conservation and building them into the deliverables of this project.
The 3-year project was undertaken by the Environmental Health Fund and the United States Agency for International Development, with the help of other government agencies and non-governmental organizations. For JIS News, I'm Tamara McHale.
After 50 years of planning, the Blue and John Crow Mountains are soon to be listed on the World Heritage Site list. Minister of Youth and Culture Lisa Hanna says following Jamaica's recent selection as a member of UNESCO's World Heritage Committee, a revised proposal is being submitted for the country's highest mountain to be included on the revered list.
The Ministry of Youth and Culture is pleased to sit on that list because apart from submitting the dossier this week to Paris to list the world as a World Heritage Site, the Blue and John Crow Mountains, we're working with the Ministry of Tourism as well to make sure that reggae music is listed as the indigenous music to Jamaica and our people.
Minister Hanna was speaking at the recent launch of Reggae Month. It's being celebrated all this month under the theme, The Journey Continues. The tourism product development company TPDCO is working with the Jamaica National Heritage Trust to develop the Lover's Leap attraction. The trust is thinking of marketing the South Coast-based attraction as an eco-heritage tourism site following the recent discovery of a 200-year-old trail at the location.
We're trying to date it to get the time of how long that trail is there. What we have found so far is that the trail is part of our history, that persons from this part, they used to send the produce out, the sugar and other produce.
Minister McNeil made the statements while touring South Coast sites that may have potential for development as tourist attractions. Youth and Culture Minister Lisa Hanna is urging parents of youngsters in state care to be more involved in their children's lives.
We would like to work with you in any way that we can so that you can reasonably care for your children. If you want them to really be living with you. I'd also like to implore parents who have dropped their children off at our children's homes and have left them without, and telling them that you would come back to see them, that you do in fact make a visit every once in a while until you get on your feet or until we can help you to get on your feet, because your children miss you. They want to be with you.
The minister was speaking during a recent Jamaica Adoption Program press conference. And finally, the island's National Training Agency has introduced 3 new courses to satisfy the skills demand in some critical areas. Jamaicans interested in working in the fields of allied health and geriatric care, digital animation, and call contact center can now get their training from the Garmex Heart Academy. Courses run between 10 and 12 months and are available during the week and on the weekends. The new courses complement others offered at the Marcus Garvey Drive-based institution, including fashion design, interior decorating, information technology, and music. For more information, visit the Heart Trust NTA's website or call 923-570027. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Caroline Brown-Thompson. Thanks for watching.